So how to buy a tax lien certificate. This is by far the most requested video I have out there. This is so crucial to getting started in finding financial independence for you and your family. Watch this video. I will walk you step by step what a tax lien certificate is, where they're available, who to talk to, and everything. And stick with me to the end, and I'll show you how to get to your first tax lien in the next 20 to 30 days. Okay, that's my promise to you. Just stick around to the end and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What is a tax lien certificate? Tax lien certificate is very simple. Somebody hasn't been paying their property taxes. That's it. It's very simple. Okay, the oldest tax lien certificate I saw was dated 1698, I think it was, in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so that's how long these have been around. 100 years before we became a country. I actually had someone said, "Oh, taxes went to England." It's like, oh yeah, no, okay. Those were tariffs and what have you. Property taxes have always gone to the local municipality, period. Okay, I want you to understand how we got these. It's a brilliant system. It really is. We've just perfected what England had. So England has property taxes. Okay, so if you look at property taxes in England, the property taxes are based on the property but are leaned against the owner. Because in England, if you owned a property, you kind of never sold it. Okay, White Castle, it's just outside of York. The family that built White Castle in 1754 still live there. Not the same ones, they're not 300 years old, okay, but they built that and they still, the same family still lives there. You've probably seen that particular house in multiple movies. House, that's an understatement. It's a castle. It's massive, it's incredible. They got all sorts of wonderful things. I've been out there, it's fascinating, okay. In England, you didn't sell properties, okay? Even now, it's not as big of a deal as it used to, or it's bigger than it used to be. But until like the 1970s or 80s, you know, you owned a piece of real estate, man, you hung on to it, okay? That market really didn't take place until a lot of people started realizing there's some profitability in here. United States gets colonized by England. They come over and go, okay, we don't have a king. We don't have a lord running this property. We need schools. We need this stuff. So we're going to initiate the same thing, only we're going to initiate property taxes against the property. And then what happens is if the person doesn't pay those stay with the property. Because the problem is we're a very transient society. So somebody would come over here and they would land in wherever, you know, they were doing something in Connecticut or whatever. And also winter sets in, they're like, this sucks. So they decide to go south, like most smart people do. They want to go someplace warmer. They just get up and go. They don't sit there, hey, we got to settle up our tax bill. They just left. So the county's sitting there going, okay, this isn't working. We got to make it attached to the taxes attached to the property. So what the county says, somebody comes along and says, hey, I'd like to acquire that property. Well, the taxes have got to be paid. Okay, why? Because we're kind of holding title on this. This will ensure that we can still pay for all these roads, and even then they're saying, oh, there's mud holes and the horses get tripped up. I mean, I don't know if they said that, but now it's potholes and our cars get damaged, right? It's the same thing. Okay, it's the exact same thing. This has been a mechanism for the counties for over 300 years to provide the services that we have. Number one thing that property taxes pay for is education, your school system, school districts, high schools, kindergartens, all those things. And then you've got the emergency services, you know, the obvious stuff like police, fire, ambulance, hospitals, emergency rooms. You've got parks, you've got, you know, all sorts of different services available. The county has to pay for it. Where they get the money is property taxes. So they're lever. So, and then every county has, well, I should say every state has rules on how this is going to work. We're either going to be a lien state or we're going to be a deed state. They're really the same thing. A lien state is the beginning of the process, and a deed state is so sad, too bad, it's been too long. Okay, so let's talk about liens. A lien will not be issued on a property until the property owner has been delinquent 1 year. So what the county says is after 1 year, it's like, yeah, dude, you got a lien against your property. Nothing happens. When he goes in or she goes in to pay that, they're going to have to pay the taxes plus a penalty. Okay, or an interest rate, excuse me. It could be anywhere from 16, 18, 25, 36% on your money. Okay, good. Okay, they go in there, pay that. What happens is if they don't pay that, and it goes by another year and another year and another year. So now it's been delinquent 4 years. The county says, look, we've given you enough time. Most people can get out of a financial situation in 2 to 4 years. That's how this was designed. But at this point, we kind of need the money. You see how everybody else is using these services? They're paying for them. So we're going to need to sell the property, and that's when it goes into a tax deed situation. But here's the interim, okay? Before it goes to tax deed, a lot of the counties will say, hey, we need the money. How about if we just give them to the public? So the public comes in there, that's you and me, and we go, I'll take it. Here's $2,000. Give me the lien specifically on that property. So I've got a lien. I'm getting 18% on my money. When the property owner comes in to the county to pay the delinquent taxes on that property, not to me. I haven't caused anything to happen. Nothing's changed courses. I've just given the money to the county. Now the county goes, oh, okay, wait, Sean's got the lien on this property, and they have to issue me a check for whatever was owed on the property, what I paid for it, plus the interest rate. In this case, we'll say 18%. I get a check in the mail from the government. It's more money than I sent them. I kind of like that. So I send them money. They send me back more than I sent them. This is like printing money in your basement legally. Okay, I don't need to care about what's going on with the local real estate market. Doesn't matter what happens with the price of oil or the Senate campaign of the Ukraine thing of the Middle East. It doesn't matter. I'm getting 18%. It's been 18% for 150 years in that county, and it's going to stay 18% forever. So here's the deal. If the property owner doesn't walk in and pay that and I get my 18%, then the mechanism of the foreclosure starts. So what I will do is I will go in and I'll say, hey, their time is up, man. I've been holding this thing for the 2 years that you said to hold them. They didn't come in. I know we've sent out all the notification. Here's verification of that. I would like to go ahead and apply for a deed. Okay, they go, okay. So they go, boom. And the county helps out, or whoever, attorney, depending on the jurisdiction, they send notification out again to everybody that has a financial interest in that property. That would include the mortgage company. That would include the IRS. That would include Aunt Sally that's got anybody that's got an encumbrance against that property due to debt or what have you is notified. Kind of a flare gun's going off. Last call, guys. This thing has been going on a long time. This guy's put this money up. It's now takes property or pay the taxes plus the interest, and this thing can go away. Anybody can do that. But make no mistake about it. If the bank doesn't come in, the property owner, whoever doesn't come in and protect their interest on that property is sent over to the lien holder, that would be me, and they will own that property free and clear of all liens and encumbrances. There is literally no gray area on that. It's very clear in the law. This ensures that the county is always going to get their money. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the beautiful part. About half of the counties in the United States offer what they call tax lien certificates. So understand there are about 5,013 taxing jurisdictions out there. They're not 5,000 counties. So you got to understand every state's a little different. This is what makes this so cool. And I'm so happy you're watching this because we're just about ready to get into the big money thing here. Okay, what's happened here is this. Like for instance, New Jersey, they got 168 townships. Each township has a little sale. And then you have Florida that does liens and deeds. And you got, there's so many different little nuances on there. It's almost like, where do I start making money? Okay, where do I start getting started with this? So about half of the 5,000 jurisdictions out there will say, you know what? We'll allow you to get involved in the very beginning. So we need the money, you buy the lien, and when they come pay it off, we'll give you back your money plus the 18%. But if they don't come back and pay this off within 4 years minimum, whatever that statute is in that area, it's not a mystery. They don't make it up every year. It's very clear when you go in there. You get the property and we'll eliminate all the liens on it so we can start over fresh with you. I like that. It's a great system to have out there. Here's the key. Since you're watching this video and you've watched all this, hopefully if this makes sense to you, great. If you've got questions, type them in the comments down there. But here's a real easy way for you and your family to get your first deal in the next 20 to 40 days. You ready for this? I've got a brand new course that I'm going to give you for free just for watching this. That's right. It's my gift to you. This will methodically, okay, we've got plenty of time on there, so I'll methodically walk you through how to find the right states, get the highest interest rate with the lowest redemption period, and get yourself to financial freedom aorta right now. Okay, go to higginsmethod.com or the link down below, wherever that is, and I'll send you out that course absolutely free. That's my gift to you. I want to say thank you very much. God bless, and we'll see you on the top.